Hey guys, so welcome to another WoW Weekly with Myst. For this week, we have Dark Moon Fair is active right now and will be active, for the week. And 1,000 Boat Bash is active it started today and it'll end on the 8th, so it's a 2-day little mini event. The weekly will be Battlegrounds. And also the PvP Brawl will be Classic Acheron, which I've been waiting months for it to roll back around. I am getting so close to being done all my Nemesis stuff, so that's why I'm looking forward to that one. I am on the last race now. I've been doing those achievements for so many years, and I'm so happy to be on the last one. It's pandas, which the rate of it seems to, for me anyway, it's very similar to goblins. It's slow like goblins was, which is why I planned them out the way I did. I did goblins as my very first one, and then I did all the other ones afterwards, and then I left pandas for last. I don't know if I'm gonna get that one complete by the end of this week with the Classic Acheron. I do like Classic Acheron for that achievement because you leave when you want to, which means if you have a group of a bunch of pandas, ironically, then you can stay. You're not being booted because the round won, you just stay for as long as you want. And when you leave, you don't get deserter, which is also a plus for when you walk in and there's no pandas. That way you're not getting a 15-minute deserter for no pandas being there. So that's why it's my favorite one to do the thing in. But pandas is gonna be kind of slow, and I am at the beginning of it, so I don't know how much progress I'll get in this week, but that is my plan for this week. And that is all that's going on for this week. Pretty mellow week. Okay, so the first thing for news, I thought we would start with just reminding you guys that there is that faction change sale going on, and it does end tomorrow. Okay, so here's the bundle here. This is in US prices, and no, that is not $68 for $95. I don't understand why Wowhead finds it so tough to just take out the 6 and put the 8, but just to kind of show you guys that it's not that, I am now showing you what I see, which is Canadian prices. I prefer to take it from Wowhead so that you guys see the American prices. But this is what it looks like for me. So for you guys, it would be 1 for $17.50, 3 for $35, and 8 for $80. As you can see, I pay a lot more than that. Luckily, I have no need for a faction change, so yay. Save myself some money. This past week was the first week of 925. It started off bumpy, I will say. It's not too many patches or even expansions where I struggle with servers, but definitely there was a bit of a struggle with this patch day. Before I started being a streamer and a content creator, I never logged on a Tuesday when it was a patch day. I always waited until Wednesday. But now that I do content, that's really the day people expect you, right? And it's always best that if it's not urgent to log on, it is always best to just do your stuff a day later. But we got through it. There was some decent gameplay going on, I guess. So the quest that I was doing in that stream was for the customization, so I thought we'd go over that. So there's a quest line in Oribos that you can pick up, and it leads you through a quest chain that's done half in Brill, half in Maldraxxus, and upon completing that, you get an achievement, which also gets you a title and some customizations. And if you did it on a hunter, then you also get the hunter ensemble set. So really, if you haven't done this at all and you're wanting to, just pick the hunter. That way you only have to do it once, and make sure it's an elf character. And I just did a video on that one yesterday, and yeah, so I will post that at the end of this video and you can quickly check it out. It's a quick little 5-minute video, so not too long. And just for those that haven't done any of this stuff, this is what you're watching right now. This is some of the quest line that leads to unlocking that set. So next we got a Lifelike Sylvanas bust. I laughed as soon as I saw this. Thank God I do not like it. You know, I would never own this. It looks so weird. The statue's much better. You know, like if you want something like this, just buy the Sylvanas statue. You know, much better. But luckily, I don't like this because it is $550 on the shop. Talent tree. So we got to see a little more of the talent tree. I just thought I'd give you guys like a quick little preview. This is the druid one, of course, because I main druid, so that's the one I look at. And so this is basically what it's going to look like. So more or less, if you never experienced the talent trees back in the day, I'm sure you can see the conduit system in here, right? It looks similar to that. So if you just came in and first expansion was Shadowlands or something like that, or maybe a little before that, I'm sure you can see a resemblance there from even that. So it's going to work similar. Now, one thing that had me super hyped when I heard about it, you know, on the topic of druids, is our Mark of the Wild. We are getting that back. Increases target speed and crit chance by 3% and reduces their magic damage taken by 3% for 60 minutes. Slightly different than the Mark you may remember, but it's still gonna be there, and it's been so long since I've been able to use my druid buff. You know, I have to go to classic for that. You know what this also tells me, though? Is that we're going to have a lot of magic damage in Dragonflight. That is the conclusion I came to, which I guess makes sense. There is the dragon spells and all that, which would be magic. And yeah, but that's what that tells me, is that in Dragonflight, we're going to be in a very magical expansion, if you shall say. Also, it will give druids that extra power for entering raids. People are going to want druids in their raid even more now. And because of that, I just gotta say, I think we should be getting all those buffs back. You know, bring back Horn of the Winter for the Death Knights, you know, and bring back everything, you know, like I'm happy I main a druid, so I'm happy having Mark of the Wild, but I'm sure many of you guys out there that play these other classes, and I have alts that are those other classes, would like your buffs back, right? And we're still just got a minimal amount. Like, I'm trying to think. I think the priest has their buff right now, if I remember right, and the mage does. And the warrior has their buff. And then as of Dragonflight, the druids will have theirs. Just wait it out, guys. I think this is the first announcement of a return of a buff. I bet you anything we start getting announcements soon of other buffs coming back. Yeah, I think this may be the return of buffs expansion. Yeah. World of Warcraft, the return of the buffs. Okay, so I'm just gonna say spoilers coming up. You know, if you don't want to be spoiled, either click off the video at this point or timestamp to the next timestamp after this. But we did get a kind of spoil cinematic this past week. So it has to do with a questline. It's called The Gift of Hope, where you meet Chandra's Feathermoon in the Grove of the Awakening, and it kind of like it tells you what's next for the souls from like Teldrassus that were sent to the Maw. And so this is the cinematic for those of you that want to watch it.
Tyrande Whisperwind, you came to my realm in pursuit of justice. Did you find it?
I came here seeking vengeance. But within these groves, and by the light of Elune, I found something I feared lost. Hope.
And thanks to that choice, a sister's bond, once broken, has been mended. This tear was born of sorrow. Now it shall become a vessel of renewal. These souls were saved from the darkness of the Maw. Unto them I have offered eternal tranquility in the boughs of Ardenweald. They have chosen instead to become part of a new beginning for their kin. This seed embodies the cycle of death and life. I offer it to you, Tyrande Whisperwind. May it bring your people happiness and peace.
On behalf of all the Kaldori, I thank you. Andu Falador.
Okay, so for those that want to find that cinematic inside your game, first, you need to be on a Night Fae character. And then second, you'll just go to the NPC that is near the Great Vault in Oribos and talk to them. And you'll get the cinematic. So, yeah, fairly easy to find. So that is pretty much all the retail news I have for you guys today. And honestly, I don't have anything for accomplishments either. I only really streamed WoW a couple of times this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday, I didn't get any new mounts, so there was nothing new there. And then Thursday, I streamed Diablo, and I've been kind of like playing 3 games right now. It's a bit of a struggle right now. I have a tough enough time to play 2 different games at the same time, and now I'm playing 3. So yeah, I'm currently playing WoW, Diablo Immortal, and my time at Sandrock. Yeah. So, yeah. My thoughts on Diablo Immortal. My personal thoughts on that game is that it's very pay to win. And I do enjoy the combat and all that, but it is going to be a casual game. It's not going to be something I'm going to be focusing too terribly much, because I don't want to feel forced to pay into it. And I've been looking at how pay to win it really is, and it is extremely pay to win. Like Genshin Impact does not even hold a candle to how pay to win Diablo Immortal is right now. It's it's really only free if you don't care about like end stuff, right? And I like rifts a lot, and I've been seeing how much those can be pay to win, and yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what my plans further are on Diablo Immortal, but at the moment I'm at least playing until I get max level, and then we'll see what I decide. But because of the pay factor, I think what would just end up happening is I would just go back to D3 if I wanted to play some Diablo, right? But it's been not bad as, say, a new free game to play this past week. Like, you can't beat free, as long as you don't pay into the microtransactions. So, yeah. On the topic of Diablo Immortal, though, there is some new wings and a new pet if you want to go claim them over on your D3 game. And so the wings are called Sanguine Flight Cosmetic Wings, and then the pet is the Blood Rose. Log in, start up a game, and you'll initiate the achievement, and they'll just be in your collection. So super easy to claim. And that basically completes the video here. Just one thing I thought I would mention. You might notice a little difference in the schedule this week. So there's only really 2 days where I'm playing games, on stream anyway. So I will be doing my Mount Run stream on Tuesday instead of the Wednesday this week. The reason for that is I'm going to be co-streaming the OTK Games Expo. I was going to go on camera for that, but then I read in the guidelines something regarding, no advertising of, alcohol and nicotine and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I'm a vapor, like... Yeah, and there's a possibility I might be drinking a beer during that OTK Games Expo as well. So, because of that, I decided I wasn't going to turn on the camera. But maybe the cats will make an appearance and they can be on the camera. But yeah, I'm not going to sit there for that long on camera and not vape. So yeah, I will just stay off the camera for that. But aside from other stuff, there's going to be some other events that I'm co-streaming as well. So basically how the schedule is working is Tuesday's Mount Runs, Wednesday is the OTK Games Expo, Thursday is going to be Summerfest, Friday I am going to be taking off of stream. I'm going to need at least one day to edit videos, right? And then all weekend I'll be streaming. So Saturday, I'm going to be doing a birthday stream because it's my birthday this coming up weekend. And then on Sunday, there's the Xbox Bethesda games event. So yeah, expect to see a lot of me more or less being a viewer with you guys, right? Because I don't like talking over those events, so I'll only really be talking in the breaks, but if you guys, want to talk to me during, any time, obviously I can just type in chat, which is probably what I'll do. I hope you'll join me for those. Those are super fun. I used to do them on Twitch all the time. The, like E3 and all those game conventions, or at least the ones that you could co-stream. And they were always just a blast to kind of sit back and, watch something with your viewers. I honestly wish copyright wasn't such a huge thing. We'd do it more often, but, I need permission on pretty much anything I do that's not my content, right? So, yeah. But that is the plan, so hopefully you'll join me for that. And that is the end of WoW Weekly. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great week in WoW, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.